It's that time of the week again. Time for your poem of the week. This is going to be the last episode of season 4. And we are coming to you live from Austin, Texas, where we are keeping it weird. Because in Austin, the only thing that is weird is that which is not. Hear, hear. Time for your fun Texas fact. The tallest statue in the United States of an actual person is Sam Houston at 67 feet in Huntsville, Texas. Pull up a chair and show me some love. Hit the love button and it will come back to you in infinity. Don't hit the anger button. We got plenty of that in this world. Everybody say hi to Rachel.
Hi, everybody.
She's running props for you today. And if you can afford to support me or this broadcast, you can do so through PayPal at Bald Chandler, Venmo, The Chris Chandler Show, or if you can be a continuing contributor, you can do so at Patreon at The Chris Chandler Show. We are listening to Pete Weiss and the Weisternauts, and stick around after the poem for your moment of spin. Yes, my friends, it is time. You guys up for a story? Say, tell me a story, Chandler. Type it out on the keyboards. Yeah, as I mentioned, that this is going to be the last episode of season 4. I'm going to take a little break and think of some new things to do, and I would love some feedback from you telling me, what would you like to see in the poem of the week? How would you like to see it better? I'd love to get your feedback. You guys doing okay? You all right out there? You up for a story? Say, tell me a story, Chandler. I can't hear you. Okay, I will. I have seen the greatest minds of my generation writing ad copy. And tonight, as I drown my sorrows in a beer ad, I think of Eliot, of Yeats, of Moliere. And what would they have made of it all? Or would they be today's poets, the ones writing, "This bud's for you. I love you, man. And it just don't get no better than that." You know, the classics. Or would they write the TV shows themselves? What Biggest Loser slouches down Project Runway, waiting to be lost? Or would they be at the right hand of God, the one where he holds the remote? Because ever since that first moment when God first said, "Let there be light," and he hit the universal remote, and that first giant white dot appeared on the universal surround sound television screen in the sky, and Adam and Eve sat down in their little fig leaf bathrobes on their little Fred Flintstone couches to watch God's first mini-series known as The Constellations. And they fell asleep watching those shows. And they danced in their dreams and were passed on from generation to generation until today we are so twisted we fall asleep watching Dances with the Stars. The Constellations were the longest running show in TV history. Longer than Bonanza, longer than The Guiding Light, the original Guiding Light, longer than The Simpsons. But today, The Constellations got canceled and are replaced by a new show called Smog. So now people go to sleep watching shows like American Idol, where the very premise of the show is for the people to become the stars that no longer exist. Our definition of what a star is has become as distorted as our view of the downtown skyway in Los Angeles. Why do you think everyone in Los Angeles wants to become a star? It's because there are no stars. And people fall asleep watching that crap, heavily medicated, probably involving a creepy butterfly that flies into your room and takes you to play chess with Abraham Lincoln and a talking gopher and some mysterious stranger shouting, "Come on down!" And you find yourself in a threesome with Drew Carey and Bob Barker, and you're an intelligent person. You notice things. You notice that Jiffy Pop popcorn and Johnson's floor wax retails for the same amount of money. And for noticing that innocuous anomaly, you were asked to spin a giant Catherine wheel, which looks like it belonged to Liberace himself, until you find yourself shouting, "The price is not right!" But even though the price is not right, we still worship our entertainers, and our entertainers will do anything to stay famous. They'll go on talk shows to talk about how hard it is to be famous. They'll take jobs as an insipid game show host or judges on a talent contest that makes no talents famous. Because when we watch that crap, America is idle. And I'm here to say to you that fame is for sissies. It would be easy to be famous. It'd be easy to be on the road if you were famous, but try doing it for 30 years when your biggest gig of the week is passing the hat at a coffee house in North Dakota. Try doing it for 20 years, for 30 years, when your biggest gig of the week is doing a Facebook live stream in a shed, in your landlord's backyard, in a theater made of rags. But it's the same for everybody. Doing anything that you love. I mean, let's say that you are the best widget maker in the world and nobody notices. And you have to find a way within yourself to keep being the best widget maker in the world. And the only way to do that is to keep being the best widget maker in the world. And tell stories about being the best widget maker in the world to your kids, even if it's only on a Facebook live stream. This has been your Poem of the Week, the final episode of Season 4. Stick around for your final moment of spin in Season 4. Think of a number between 1 and 3. Give me a number between 1 and 3.
Joanne Tinder. Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Moo! We'll see you soon.
She's packing.
Oh. Well, I will see you there on Memorial Day at the Kerrville Folk Festival.
Number 2.
Number 2. Observations from the thin highways of fat America, and a number between 1 and 126.
$51.
51 from Joanne. Joanne, did you know 51 is my favorite number? It is true. You know you're allowed to keep things from your childhood, like a shoebox full of stuff, or maybe some chattering teeth. And I had a Dick Butkus jersey, number 51, and I said, "Why are you keeping this?" And I said, "You know, when I turn 51, I'm gonna wear that jersey on a roller coaster." And when I turned 51, I wore that jersey on a roller coaster. And number 51 says, "Snow makes your weed-infested junkyard look just as nice as your Presbyterian neighbor's manicured fescue." Thanks for listening. This has been your Poem of the Week. We're going to start back with Season 5 sometime soon. And I know for sure that we're going to keep Pete Weiss and the Weistronauts.